Hey everyone, Harry here to talk about Jim Jordan, chair of the new Judiciary Committee and one of the poster children for the Freedom Caucus in the House, and his newfound love of subpoenas, which you may remember he rebuffed. He received one from the January 6th committee with very good reason, because he was up to his elbows in all kinds of January 6th shenanigans. He just blew it off. He's been referred to the Ethics Committee, but of course one of the Republicans' moves were to take away a couple of the members there, and it's not clear the Ethics Committee can do anything. Never mind all that, because now Jim Jordan has the gavel, and he wasted no time in issuing subpoenas to three high senior federal officials: Merrick Garland, the Attorney General; Chris Rey, the head of the FBI; and Miguel Cardona, the Secretary of the Department of Education. What ancient, moldy grudge match is this one about? Well, do you remember back in 2021, I believe, we had the ugly specter of the school board meetings that were degrading into mud wrestling matches with irate MAGA members seemingly violent, threatening violence, and the like. And Merrick Garland and the Justice Department made clear that they have authority to and will protect the peace in some of the, and if anyone is threatened or assaulted because of their views on education, etc., DOJ has wherewithal to come in. Well, how did this play? When you saw the tape, it was pretty clear. You had crazy people looking to change school board meetings into tag team wrestling. And this has been a whole part of the dynamic, by the way. They used to be pretty sleepy affairs, and MAGA types have very strategically gone and sort of been intimidating, taken them over, and we get results as we got last week, not from a school board meeting, but in Florida, where they just take out supposedly controversial books because, for example, maybe they focus too much on African American history and not enough on white and Western history, and are otherwise all woke. And that woke storyline is what played on Fox News 2 years ago. The idea, they quickly twisted Garland's missive to the field into basically, the nanny state telling local school boards and parents. That's a big sort of trope in the, Freedom Caucus ideological wars. Telling parents what books they can let their children read or not read, and taking this away from parents, etc. If you looked at the actual meeting, it had nothing to do with that. You would be alarmed, I think, as I was, just watching this turn into, this actual important grassroots level of government into a basic melee, or a few steps away from it, of a January 6th kind of stripe. So that was back then. It's continued to be a kind of Fox News talking point, and now enter Mr. Jordan, the bomb-throwing Trump supporter. And that's what these subpoenas are now about. I wax a little sarcastic, but so much of what they want to do here, on top of it often having no substance at all, is really pretty ancient history, right? A thing that went out 2 years ago and has never been implemented, or nothing's ever happened where the department has done anything in response to things that happen at a school board. But it's of a piece where we're going to hear about the origins of COVID and somehow Democratic perfidy there, and Hunter Biden's laptop, who can forget, which is 2018, 2019, and the the war about Trump and the whole 2016 Mueller probe, that we've talked about with Durham and his basically empty but 4-year running special investigations. Just like it's all golden oldies that really have nothing to do with anything except trying to garner some red meat talking points for the Republican faithful. So subpoenas have gone out. It'll be interesting. Of course, Jordan disregarded his own subpoena. And I think you'll maybe find a similar response if he subpoenas members of Congress. But this is members of the executive branch, and they've said, at least, has, the Biden White House, we're going to try to cooperate and be good. They are drawing a line in the sand at pending criminal investigations, but that's not this. So I think you can imagine maybe Garland substitutes in Elisa Monaco or someone like that, but maybe he shows up. And I think the basic stance you're going to be seeing from the Democrats is weary compliance with this foolishness, and at least to show respect for the office, if not the person occupying the office of the chair of the Judiciary Committee in the House of Representatives. All right, so there you have it. Subpoenas out. Typically, by the way, what will happen is a kind of negotiation where they'll say, well, would you take this material instead? Would you take a report, or can Miguel Cardona leave because he had literally nothing whatsoever to do with this? And then we'll see if there's sort of reasonable behind the scenes negotiations. But in any event, the war is on. The gauntlet's been thrown. The line's been drawn in the sand, and Jim Jordan is enthusiastically exercising his subpoena power. Everyone head for the hills. We'll see exactly how DOJ in particular handles this, and Merrick Garland. That ought to be becoming apparent in the coming weeks. Until then, talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.